delighted to be able to work with Jeffrey because this is my very first time working with you.
Yes. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, I'm so glad to be with you.
I'm glad to be with you, too.
Thank you. Early in the morning, but I always think, you know, what are you sleeping in right now? Like, what's the state of your bed? If it doesn't look this crisp and fun and pop right out of the room, then it can.
Yeah, and your bed should be a refuge. I mean, it's the one place that you can go to get away from the world, to get away from the kids, you know, to get away from the stress of the job.
Yes.
So it really should be inviting. It should be comfortable. It should be the place that you just fall in love with, you know,
like
your bedroom.
That idea.
That's your little refuge from the world. And of course, we've got our microfiber sheets, which have been just sensational. I've always said I'm a sheet snob.
Okay.
And I admit it. I admit it, you know, and it's got to be cotton, it's got to be silk, it's got to be linen. And then I tried these microfiber sheets, and they were sensational. Really, I was completely won over by them.
Yes.
It's a higher denier count of microfiber than any of the sheets that HSN has offered before.
Really, what's denier? What is that?
Denier is the fineness of the yarn. And
okay.
Because
like the equivalent of thread count in a cotton.
The equivalent of thread count.
Okay.
Okay. And the denier is so fine that, number one, it's breathable. Even though it is polyester, it actually breathes. It's not clammy and cold and stiff the way polyester was 10 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, so it has a whole softer feel to it. The other great thing about these microfiber sheets is the color stays. It doesn't crock, doesn't fade, doesn't pill like cotton sheets do.
Right.
And you can throw it in the washing machine and the dryer and put it right on the bed. No ironing required.
I love all the things that you're saying, and the other thing that I love is the feel. I'm feeling them. It feels like if I had closed my eyes, I would think, this is what it feels like to have that like crazy high thread count at the very 5-star hotel, that get in the bed and you just don't want to get out because it feels so good against your skin.
I always say these sheets feel like the inside of a rose petal. That soft, almost slightly suede feel that you get when you touch the inside of a rose petal. That's what I think that these feel like. And of course, we started out in solid colors, and now we do a whole array of solid colors as well as fantastic prints, and we can never keep the prints in stock. It's just one of those crazy things. We chase the business, and they're always gone.
Well, because nobody else makes your prints. So you can get microfiber sheets elsewhere. You can't get them for $29.95, but you can't get the highest denier, a word that I just learned, which is basically the equivalent of thread count, in Jeffrey Banks patterns. And that's one of the things that we love so much about Jeffrey. So we want to go through all of the prints that we have and all of the patterns and colors for you. So we have, you've seen on the bed that we have that beautiful red.
Our flag red, which is, try to find a red sheet. It's almost next to impossible to find a great classic red sheet.
So true. And then try to find a red sheet that won't fade. Because if you get red, and you don't want to put it in with your other clothes because you know it's going to get all over it. It's going to turn kind of that pink, you know, basic pink.
Yeah, exactly.
But these, no, not to worry with this. No risk. Throw them in with whatever you've got.
Okay. So then we have navy blue. Also a very, very difficult color to find. Solid navy. Then we have our rich butter shade, sage green, our tan, which is like a beautiful warm khaki, black. Again, almost impossible to find a solid black sheet that is going to stay black and not turn charcoal gray. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh my
Look at the silkiness of it. I mean, you can even see on the camera, if the camera comes in close, the beautiful sheen on this.
Yeah, it's kind of that mercerized sheen.
Exactly.
That next to the white, oh my goodness.
Then you have white, then you have shell pink.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, then you have your red and white stripe, classic stripe. You've got red and white gingham, which I love.
That. How fun is that? You know, we're seeing so often now, people are decorating their beds just with the sheets, changing up the look, even just with the sheets.
Absolutely.
This paired with the red is so crisp.
With then a navy top sheet.
Or a navy, oh my goodness.
How great.
My goodness,
I mean, you're all set you're all set for Memorial Day.
That's
Look how great that is together.
How fun. And when we see that price, you see that $29.95, that's for any size. So that's for twin, full, queen, king, California king. You can't find, trust me, because I have a California king from California, I can't find California king sheets any place but California. So, and certainly not for $29.95, the same price as a twin set. Unbelievable. If you've never tried microfiber, or maybe you've tried microfiber and you haven't had a great experience with it, you've got to try Jeffrey Banks microfiber, because they're like the highest end. I honestly didn't even know until I felt your microfiber that there was a difference.
There's a real difference. And you know what? If you don't believe me, if you don't believe Shannon, go online. Go on to hsn.com and look at the hundreds of reviews from people who've gotten these sheets home, come back and bought more.
Yes.
They really, really love them. And of course, here we've paired them with our mattress quilt set, which I love, has a solid navy on the back. And if you'll notice, this works perfectly back to our solids. I always pair the prints back to the solids because I want to make it easy for you. I don't want you to have to take a pillowcase in your purse into a store to try to find something that matches perfectly. We do that for you. The navy always matches, the red always matches, it always goes back to our solids, all our prints.
And that is so important. That's just like if you were to buy, you know, a black blazer and you want to go back into the store and try to find a black skirt to match it. No two blacks are alike, you know that. Or no two navies. Oh my goodness, heaven forbid, you have to match a navy. So you have the confidence knowing that anything that you purchase within the Jeffrey Banks line is going to pair back perfectly with anything else in the Jeffrey Banks line. So if you've seen the Madras quilt set and you're looking at it, eyeing it, thinking, ooh, I really like that. Of course, you don't have to wait. It'll be coming up in just a few minutes, though. Then it's going to pair it's the same red.
It's the same red. It's the same navy.
The same butter, even.
The same butter.
Even with the butter.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. We do that. I want to make it easy for you. And of course, you know, I don't know whether people really realize when we talk about that price point, you're getting a top sheet, you're getting a fitted sheet, and you're getting 2 shams for $29.95.
Yeah, the two pillowcases. It's really, and they're so soft. This is what you're laying your head on every night.
It's really great, and it also adjusts to your body temperature. So if you're really warm, the sheets feel cool and comfortable. If you're really cold, they warm you up. I mean,
that's a really good point, because and that's good too, because my husband is hot and I run cold, and we don't have to each have our own sheets.
Exactly.
Because each side of the sheet will adjust. I love that, adjusting sheets, heat temperature. Well, you can find so many other great Jeffrey Banks items right on hsn.com as well. And if you just want to make sure that we have your favorite sheet set in your favorite size, you're welcome to just go there, and then you can look through everything. Check out the reviews, because customer pick on sheets. We're tough on our sheets. You know, we're tough when we get sheets home. They have to launder correctly. They have to feel good. They have to look good. They can't fade. They can't pill. And so to be able to get those amazing reviews really says something. Oh my goodness, these are so